So this is just about this should not take too long. So those people who aren't here, Shauna, I'll send this presentation to you so that you can send it to those people who have signed up and or everybody, however you want to do it. But just in case, someone decides that hasn't signed up as of now, they sign up and they want to do it so that they're aware of what the rules and regulations are. Again, like if you sick, don't come, obviously. Tips are we still get tips, but there's no tip cup. Obviously, just, it's part of how they pay since it's all cashless. There's no cash, okay? No cash. However, if they have cash, okay, and that's all they have, they can go to gate 9, I believe, and get a gift card and use a gift card to make a payment. Okay, so they do have that option. No sitting in the stands. Obviously, that's that's a no-brainer. So basically what they've done is they've narrowed it down to just 8 hours. So if the game starts at 12, you don't report any earlier than 8 o'clock, okay? You will leave at 4, no matter what, unless it's overtime, right? So typically that's the game starts at 12. Typically the game is about 2 hours long, give or take some time. That should be around 4 o'clock. So they're trying to narrow it down to where you're just there for 8 hours, unlike last year, how we were there super long. So whoever is there, whoever is the lead, you guys don't have to wait for them because all of the checkouts are done at the location that you're at. So you don't have to leave and go to another location to check out. They check you out in your stand, okay? So the time is from 8 to 4. But please be mindful that you only have an hour to check in. And they do have an attendance bonus and an on-time bonus. So we have to be mindful of making sure. So next week is the 3rd. That's the first game.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
With regards to punctuality, because Linnell said he wanted to volunteer sometimes, but because he works on Saturdays, he doesn't get off work like the later game. He doesn't get off work till like 4:30. But he was wondering if he could still come out, but he would be late getting there.
Yeah, that
would affect the bonus.
No, not really, because by the time he comes, all of us will already be there. Does that make sense? Right. So he's just an extra person. They'll take as many people and we'll get credit for him. We just won't get that, but all the people who are signed up on that day, as long as they're there on time, it'll be fine. Like if we know he's going to come, I'll add him at the last minute. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. I'll let them know. Okay. I think they only have one night game so far, and that's the second game. And that game, you have to be there at 4. But, as long as the people who are on that list, when I turn it in, and then I'll add his name at a later time. Oh, this person's going to come. It's fine. They will not turn anyone away. Okay. So I know it says if you're here at 9:01, that's considered late. Not really, because the buses don't run like that. So if you are stuck at a bus, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the bus is coming, they're taking that into consideration. So, but just try to get there. I would say at the latest 8:30, because you already know how long it takes for those buses to get from there to the location, right? Right. So if the check-in time is at 8 and it's an hour, you got like between 8 and 9. Now, mind you, we're going to have the same stand every week. So if say the first week we get there, right? And we get there, everybody gets there at 8 and we make our stand ready and we close it down ready for the next week. I think that's what we need to anticipate to be prepared for the next week. So making sure we have all our counts in, making sure we're, putting in things into 25s or whatever we need to do to make the next week easier. That's what we need to do the first week. So because our stands are not going to change, we're always going to be in those stands. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys know there's no bags, which we already know. The label that they give you, the thing that you wear around your neck, guys, to walk around that they give you that says your stand, please do not throw it away. You have to have that to get back on the shuttle to go back to your car. So you have to wear that the whole game, and you have to have it to get in them. They're not going to hand you that piece of paper like they did before. You have to have the little thing around your neck. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you guys know where to park. That's not a problem. Make sure you bring your ID just in case. Hold on. I got to get this out of here. Okay. Like I said, it takes about 30 minutes to get to the stadium just based on traffic and everything that's happening. So just make sure you allot yourself enough time because there's only an hour for check-in. You guys know where to drop off and where to check in at. If you're not aware, or if you haven't done it before, where the basketball arena is, that's where you check in. Okay. Again, make sure you're still wearing that credential because that's how you're going to get back on the vehicle, the shuttle, to go back to your car. Okay. At that time, the leads, which are myself, Shauna, Mama, and Phil, we will get a clipboard with the stand sheet and everything that we need. Okay. When you check in, you will also receive a hat and a shirt. This is something new. The shirt is new, okay? At the end of the game and at the end of the volunteer time, you will take your shirt off, put it in a green bag, and leave the bag in the stand. They will wash them, give them the shoe. And each week we will get the shirt back, okay? So just make sure you leave it there because if you need a new one, it's $15 from our invoices, and we don't want that to happen. Hello, Mama. I'm on the Ebeg call. Okay, bye. Okay. So just please be mindful of the uniform. Again, you're getting a shirt, but you're gonna probably want to wear a shirt underneath, like maybe a tank top or whatever. Remember, it's cold outside. It'll get colder towards the end of the season. So just make sure you're prepared for that. Khaki or black pants, blue or black shirt. Again, you'll get that shirt every game. A baseball hat. Oh, and they do have visors if you want a visor versus a baseball hat because, sometimes they don't fit. Okay. No jeans, no leggings, no sweatpants. You can wear shorts, but no shorts. Obviously, closed-toe shoes. And then if you don't wear the hat, you're gonna want to make sure you get a hairnet for your hair. Okay. So obviously when we get there, we just need to make sure we start counting. Each item that we will have will be listed on the stand inventory sheet. and they have really narrowed it down in regards to what you will be selling. So like Shauna, the stand where the hot dogs are, you don't have to cook the hot dogs anymore. The hot dogs will be cooked. Am I right? Am I saying that right?
Right, they bring you the hot dogs to you cooked already.
Correct. Okay.
And the
So-
popcorn is different.
Go ahead, talk about that, Shauna.
The popcorn would be in like a yellow can, like something like a garbage can with a lid on it. They bring you the garbage bag, the popcorn in a bag in that garbage can.
Oh man.
And the bags are different. There's no more boxes, they're in bags. So therefore we cannot, you know how we be making more than like 40 boxes at a time. So we don't have to make that many at a time because they're open, they're not closed. So they're open bags of popcorn. So
yeah, because something about they couldn't get the boxes, so
right,
they went with bags. And then same thing with like the nachos. They don't have like a bag of nachos that you give a separate bag. It's just like a huge, big old bag, and they want you to pile those nachos on as big as possible. So the menus have been cut down very, very slim. Very slim. Oopsie. I don't know what that is. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. This video. I'm like, what is that?
Some video on your PowerPoint.
Okay. I need it to stop. But it won't. Anyway. Nacho stand, pretzel stand. I need to go to the next one. There we go.
Oh, another thing about the pretzels, we can hang them up in the warmer, but do not turn on the warmer until like, I think she said like 30 minutes before the gate opens, because once we start, you know, when people start coming in, they be in the warmer too long, and you don't want to give them out a hard pretzel.
Right.
So.
And they want us to so they want us to have someone in the front of the counter directing people to an open cashier. So like, for example, the carving station stand where there's only 2 people, then you would have one person on the outside, one person on the inside. And then the hot dog stand, there would be 2 people on the inside, one person on the outside, trying to direct the traffic and just make sure people know, okay, you're next, blah, blah, blah. And then of course, you know, as you take the one customer's order, then you moving on to the next customer. How can I help you next? Like moving them to the side. So that's what that other person on the outside is helping them with as well. They really want it to be a very easy flowing type of situation. So, for example, this actual menu right here, if I'm not mistaken, Shauna, this is the menu for our hot dog stand. This is what it will look like. So we'll know the menu also, if I'm not mistaken, before the menu will be posted on our digital roster. So before we even get to the game, we'll know what our menu is. But I'm pretty sure that this is what the menu is for our hot dog stand, because they got rid of the dirty dog, right, Shauna? They got rid of all that specialty stuff, and it's just hot dog, sausage, which again, we don't cook all of those are cooked at another location and brought to us, but we do have to keep them warm, right? So they don't really have a lot of gluten-free stuff. So if people are asking you like what is gluten-free, the nachos are gluten-free. The pretzels are not. If they are looking for alternative things, I know they have gluten-free buns, which those can't be cross-contaminated with any other type of food. So just be mindful of that. Again, there's no money at all. Okay. If they have cash and they only have cash, they can go to gate 9 and get a gift card to switch out. Other than that, we take Google Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, debit, Visa, all of that. This log, if you're not familiar with it, this is what we use to keep track of the temperatures. Okay. And for the most part, we'll only be doing holding temperatures because we don't have to cook anything in our location. So this is what the nachos will look like. Chip and cheese only. A handful, and then put the cheese on top of the nachos unless the customer is asking you know, for it to be on the side. Okay. So obviously when we first get there, I think we have to count. We'll put the cheese in the cheese dispenser. I think we count nacho trays. We probably counting cups. The same thing, if I'm not mistaken. This is what the popcorn looks like that Shauna was talking about. So it's in a big bin. There's a scooper. There's the bag. At the end of the night, we are not, anything that's left over is thrown away. Okay. Make sure to take the popcorn scoop out of there. But at the end of the night, throw all the popcorn that is left. We're no longer saving it like we used to. Throw it away. Pretzels. So you know how we used to have to, I don't know how y'all did it because I never did it. But like Shauna said, the pretzels can be put in a warmer in advance, but don't turn on until 30 minutes. The pretzel machine can fit 40. And basically you're just going to lightly spray the pretzel and shake the salt from the salt shaker. So instead of the salt being in a little container, you're putting it in the shaker, spraying the pretzel and shaking the salt on there. Okay. Hot dogs are all going in these wraps now. We are no longer doing those silver things. They were too hard. So white bags are for hot dogs and brown bags are for the brats. Okay. And again, all the hot dogs and brats will be cooked at another location and someone will deliver them to you. Spoilage, same thing. We're keeping track of anything that is, you know, gratis, on the floor, whatever. Make sure you track it. Make sure you're writing it down. We cannot take food home at the end of the night. We cannot give food away. Leftover food is donated to the local food pantry. Excuse me. Also, you're going to want to make sure you eat prior to the game starting. And then one thing that has changed, if you are eating, if in regards to getting something free, it can only come from the stand that you're working at. However, if at that stand, there is, like for myself, I'm gluten-free. I don't eat beef. They said they are making accommodations for that. So we just have to let them know. Okay. Okay. There will be coupons, so just be mindful of that. Make sure you collect all the coupons, and we're going to turn them in with our paperwork at the end of the night. Make sure we're monitoring our stand inventory. But that's the lead job. They should really be keeping track of if you need certain things, whether it be popcorn or hot dogs, whatever it is. And also ensuring that everything is being accounted for. So if you get items transferred in and or transferred out, that they're writing that down as well. Okay. Again, so make sure you eat before the gates open. Volunteers should not consume food in front of the fans. Okay. You'll get a courtesy cup, but these are things that haven't changed. These cups are used one time. I think there's those clear plastic cups. You can have 2 hot dogs and a pretzel or nacho, 3 beverages. Again, if you're allergic to anything, we're gonna just make sure that or if you have a certain food dietary that is required, we're gonna make sure that we tell Marty so that she's aware that we need to eat from another stand versus the stand that you're working in. Okay. Okay, make sure we are giving great customer service, making great eye contact. And again, your timeline for that day, you're going to check in, get your uniform, proceed to your location, turn on all the hot boxes, the food warmers, cheese machine, start the inventory, clean up any areas that need to be cleaned. And we know they will be we just want to make sure we do our part for our stands to make sure moving forward, especially since we'll be at those locations every game, that they're ready for us when we leave. And, the next Saturday when we come, we don't have to spend another 30, 40 or an hour cleaning or prepping. Okay. Gates open, I think, an hour before game. Sometimes 2 hours, depending on where they're sitting. Like in our section, I think it's 2 hours before. Okay. Again, in regards to when the stand closes, your stand supervisor will let you know. And once we're done cleaning up, those who are not leads can go ahead and leave. Okay. Because again, you're going to check out in that stand. You don't have to go someplace else. Okay. One thing that is changing, the stand supervisor will not be doing an inventory count prior to. The only inventory count that they will do will be at the end. Okay. And they suggest, again, if we didn't separate our products into 25 at the beginning, we should probably do that once all counts have been finalized and verified and signed by both the inventory lead and the stand supervisor. Then, of course, we can move on. Okay. I think most of our stands they don't have bottled pop. I think our stands have regular pops. So that's one less thing for us to have to count. But we will have to count everything else. So we're tossing out all unused open nacho cheese. Again, all popcorn. Taking the trash and the cardboard to the proper locations, turning off all the warmers, sweeping the floors, and making sure that we leave those shirts in the bag, okay? So that we don't get charged for them. Again, you're gonna get a shirt at the beginning, but at the end, you need to take it off and put it in that green bag.
Joanna,
If I'm not, go ahead.
are we reusing that same lanyard for the next game or not?
No, you'll get a new one every game. Okay. Again, there'll be there are QR codes in the location. If you need anything, if we have a maintenance request or anything like that, we just scan those and go from there. Anybody have any questions?
How many stands we got? 2?
Right now we have 2, but any overage that we have is fine. That just gives us more money.
Thank you.
We're confirmed for 2. I didn't want to, just based on everybody's work schedule and all of y'all working overtime and stuff like that, and people on midnight, I didn't want to stretch us too far. So
What is your deadline to have volunteers sign up for a game so you can turn in the sheet?
I shared the sheet with Marty, the spreadsheet. So now,
somebody comes to me like Friday at 5 o'clock and be like, "Oh, I can come volunteer tomorrow for a game."
They can come.
All right.
The spreadsheet that Phil made is a live working document. So I shared it with Marty so that she can have a better idea. And I did tell her, I said, this will be like an ever-changing thing. Like right now, let me look at this because
We have 8 responses.
yeah, hold on one second. And I'm pretty sure, Phil, you put their names. I added names. I don't know if all those names have been added from the sheets that Shauna, the questionnaire that Shauna filled out. I'll have to look at it. But like right now, it says we still need people for the 17th game, the 24th. Those are the 2 games that we missing people. And part of that is because CBTU is on the 24th. I don't know about the 17th. If all else fails, I got some backup on the 24th, but
I might be able to sign up for the 17th. I just gotta double check my calendar after we get off of here.
okay. So, excuse me. So yeah, if people decide that they want to come, that's great. Like I said, that the last couple of games, they don't have the times. Like in October, they don't have the times. Hopefully they'll have them soon. They don't even have who they're playing on the 12th of November. That's to be determined. I don't know why. Which I don't know why that's a to be well, I don't know. Ohio State is in Ohio State this year, so I don't know what that is. I don't know
The
what
full
that is.
schedule's out, Joanna. You got to go to a different spot and see it because I checked on it.
Okay, because I'm like, why? I don't know why I said to be determined. Okay. Okay.
Hey, Joanna, they play Nebraska. They play Nebraska November the 12th.
Okay, thank you. I update the spreadsheet, Phil. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
I have the games on the Google form I sent
not
out.
that one. Yeah, not that one. The one that Phil shared with me and I shared with Marty. We have another spreadsheet that we share with Marty so that she has all of the names so that I don't have to continue to email her every time. So
did y'all add the names from the Google form to that list?
I did.
And I had updated the last. There has not been any new additions. It's still the same.
Okay, yeah. Me and Phil, we've been making sure we added the names. So got you. So, and if you're wondering, I can tell you guys, hold on 1 second. So we are in, excuse me, y'all. We are in stand 4013 and 4085.
I'm on a Zoom call.
Okay. We're on the 4th floor.
Opposite ends.
And with that, we get 8% of the net sales, 2% time and attendance plus tips. So. And our stands usually make pretty good money. So, especially carving station. Shauna, the 4th floor hot dog stand is the one that is the busiest, right? That 3rd floor is the one that's not.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure. All right. Any questions from anybody? Mama trying to talk. She can't. We can't hear you. I don't know what she's saying. Okay.
Her sync
ain't working.
connected, so she needs to hit the media button and click on the
She
Bluetooth.
driving. She don't need to do nothing but drive. Phil, anything else?
Better do it. But this is all it's about.
I do, and I know we talking about U of M, but I want to let you guys know, we'll probably have a wine tour next year. And then also we're going to do possibly something at that new place in Ipsy. Bill, what's the name of that place that you sent me? I can't. It's kind of like a fun zone type of place. What's the name of that
Big
place?
Fun or Big Game?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So be ready for those 2 things. Those will be happening. The wine tour is already in play. Okay. I just haven't narrowed down the dates as of, because obviously.
Will it be an overnighter or just a day?
Now that is, I don't know. I don't think we didn't really make a lot of money when we did overnight the last time, so that concerns me. It's all fun, but
But at the day,
we gotta make some money. I mean, and these are just really. I mean, we realize we make the bulk of our money doing our U of M games, right? So that's why we dedicate a lot of time to the football season, and we try to do other things throughout the time, but for the most part they can count on us for football. However,
right.
I still want us to be able to do other things within fundraising, and not just this, because this can kind of get mundane. So I don't know, I had to really think about that, and really we all need to, I guess, when we have another meeting and we look at can we look back and see how much money we actually made off the last one where we did overnight? Because if we didn't make money, it doesn't make sense. So,
Right.
Those are just my thoughts. I don't know about you guys, but if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
That's right.
I had to blow my nose. Sorry, y'all. That's all I got. Prez, you got anything else?
No, we were only talking about this. So
All right.
we can
Okay.
adjourn.
Okay.
Okay, and there we have it. This is an informal meeting. So you have a lovely day, and we will have a formal meeting sometime in the near future.
Oh, Shauna's gonna send out the spread, the thing. I sent it to you, Shauna.
Well, happy Saturday, everybody.
All
Yep,
right,
happy
everybody.
Saturday. Y'all have a good day.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.